Stop buying things you don't need. I know, easier said than done, right? But what if I told you that feeling broke isn't actually your fault? What if the reason you can't seem to save money has less to do with your income and more to do with a massive system designed specifically to keep you spending? Stay with me because what I'm about to show you is going to change the way you look at every purchase you make. Look, I'm not here to tell you to stop drinking coffee or cancel your Netflix subscription. That's not what this is about. This is about something way bigger, something that's been quietly happening right under our noses for decades. Companies have figured out the exact formula to make you feel like you never have enough. And the crazy part, most people have no idea it's even happening. By the end of this video, you're going to see through the illusion. You're going to understand why that paycheck disappears so fast and why you always feel like you're one purchase away from happiness. Let's get into it. Here's the thing. Most of us wake up every single day, go to work, earn our money, and then watch it disappear. We tell ourselves we'll start saving next month. We promise we'll be smarter with our spending. But then something always comes up. A new phone drops, your favorite brand has a sale, your friend just bought something cool, and suddenly you want it too. And just like that, you're back to square one, wondering where all your money went. But here's what nobody talks about. This isn't a willpower problem. This isn't about you being bad with money. The entire system is built to make you spend. I'm talking about a multi-trillion-dollar industry that has spent billions studying human psychology, understanding your deepest fears and desires, all so they can separate you from your cash as efficiently as possible. Think about the last thing you bought that you didn't really need. Maybe it was a pair of shoes, maybe it was a gadget, maybe it was a subscription service you forgot you even signed up for. Now ask yourself, why did you buy it? And be honest, was it because you needed it or was it because you felt like you needed it? There's a huge difference between those two things. The average person today is exposed to somewhere between 4,000 to 10,000 advertisements every single day. Every single day. That's billboards, social media ads, TV commercials, product placements in movies, sponsored posts from influencers, emails in your inbox, notifications on your phone. It's everywhere. And each one of these ads has one job: to make you feel like something is missing from your life. Let me break down exactly how this works. Companies use something called manufactured dissatisfaction. Sounds fancy, but it's actually pretty simple. They create a problem that you didn't know you had, and then they sell you the solution. Let's take skincare as an example. 50 years ago, most people washed their face with soap and water. That was it. But then companies realized they could make way more money if they convinced you that washing your face wasn't enough. So they invented a 10-step skincare routine. Cleanser, toner, serum, moisturizer, eye cream, face mask, exfoliator, and on and on. They created an entire vocabulary around skin problems you never knew existed. Suddenly, everyone's worried about their pore size and their skin barrier and whether they have combination or oily skin. And here's the kicker. Your skin was probably fine before, but now you feel like you need all these products just to look normal. That's manufactured dissatisfaction in action. Or let's talk about phones. Remember when phones used to last for years? You'd get a phone and use it until it literally stopped working. But companies figured out that model wasn't profitable enough, so they invented the upgrade cycle. Every year, like clockwork, a new phone comes out, and every year they make your old phone feel outdated. They slow it down with updates, they stop supporting certain apps, they introduce new features that make the old ones seem ancient. And suddenly, your perfectly functional phone feels broken, even though nothing's actually wrong with it. This is called planned obsolescence. They design products to become obsolete, so you have to keep buying new ones. And it's not just phones, it's everything. Clothes that fall apart after a few washes, appliances that break right after the warranty expires, software that demands constant upgrades. But it goes even deeper than that. Companies have figured out how to hack your brain's reward system. Every time you make a purchase, your brain releases dopamine. That's the feel-good chemical that makes you happy. It's the same chemical that gets released when you eat good food or spend time with people you love. Companies know this, so they've designed the entire shopping experience to maximize that dopamine hit. Think about online shopping. You scroll through products, you add things to your cart, you get that little rush of excitement. Then you enter your payment information, click buy, and boom, instant gratification. Your brain lights up like a Christmas tree. The product hasn't even arrived yet, but you already feel good. That's by design. And then there's social media. Oh man, social media is a whole different beast. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, they're all basically shopping platforms now. But they don't feel like shopping platforms. They feel like entertainment. You're scrolling through your feed, looking at memes and videos, and then bam, an ad pops up. But it's not a regular ad. It's your favorite influencer talking about how this product changed their life. It's someone you trust, someone you relate to, telling you that you need this thing. And because you see this person living their best life, traveling the world, looking perfect, you start to think that maybe if you buy what they're selling, you could have that life too. You could be that happy, that successful, that attractive. It's not true, of course, but in that moment, it feels true. And that's all that matters. Let me tell you about something called the Diderot Effect. It's named after this French philosopher named Denis Diderot. Back in the 1700s, he was living a pretty simple life. Then one day, someone gave him this beautiful, expensive red robe. He loved it, but suddenly his old stuff didn't match anymore. His desk looked shabby next to the robe, his chairs looked cheap, his decorations looked outdated, so he started replacing everything. He bought new furniture, new decorations, new everything. He spent all his money trying to match the level of that one robe. This still happens today. You buy a new car and suddenly your old garage looks terrible, so you renovate it. You buy a new designer handbag and suddenly your old clothes don't look good enough, so you update your whole wardrobe. You buy a new couch and suddenly you need new curtains, new pillows, new everything. One purchase leads to another and another and another, and before you know it, you've spent way more than you planned. Companies know about the Diderot effect. They design products to trigger it. They create entire ecosystems where everything is meant to work together. Apple does this better than anyone. You buy an iPhone, then you need AirPods, then you need an Apple Watch, then you need a MacBook, then you need an iPad. Everything connects to everything else, and before you know it, you're locked into their ecosystem and you've spent thousands of dollars. Now let's talk about payment methods because this is where it gets really sneaky. Cash used to be the main way people paid for things, and cash has a psychological effect. When you hand over physical money, you feel it. You see your wallet getting lighter, there's a real sense of loss. But then credit cards came along and changed everything. Suddenly, spending money didn't feel like spending money. It was just a piece of plastic, you swipe it, and you're done. No pain, no loss, just convenience. And now we have things like Apple Pay and Google Pay. You don't even need to pull out a card. Just tap your phone and you're done. It's so easy, so frictionless. And that's exactly the point. The easier it is to spend money, the more money you'll spend. Studies show that people spend up to 100% more when using cards compared to cash. 100%, double.
Buy now, pay later services have taken this to a whole new level. Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm, all these services that let you split payments into installments. They make expensive things feel affordable. That $500 jacket? Don't worry, it's just 4 payments of $125. Suddenly it doesn't seem so bad, but you're still spending $500. You're still going into debt. It just doesn't feel like it in the moment. And let's not forget about subscriptions. Oh man, subscriptions are genius from a business perspective and terrible from a consumer perspective. Think about how many subscriptions you have right now. Netflix, Spotify, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, your gym membership, that meditation app you used twice, that food delivery service, cloud storage, gaming subscriptions, software subscriptions. They're usually small amounts. $10 here, $15 there, doesn't seem like much. But add them all up, the average person now spends hundreds of dollars every single month on subscriptions. And here's the thing about subscriptions. You sign up once, and then you forget about them. The money just keeps leaving your account every month. Companies love this because it's predictable revenue. They know exactly how much money is coming in. And most people never cancel because they forget they even signed up or they think they might use it later. There's also this thing called artificial scarcity. Limited time offer, only 3 left in stock, sale ends tonight, flash sale, early bird special. All of these phrases are designed to make you panic, to make you feel like if you don't buy right now, you'll miss out forever. And most of the time, it's complete nonsense. That sale will come back next week. Those 3 items in stock, they have thousands in the warehouse. But it works because humans are hardwired to fear missing out. Black Friday is the perfect example of this. Companies spend the entire year pricing their products at inflated prices. Then, on Black Friday, they drop the prices down to what they should have been all along and call it a massive discount. People camp outside stores. They fight over TVs. They spend money they don't have because they think they're getting a deal. But most of the time, they're not. They're just buying things they don't need at prices that aren't actually that special. So here's the big realization. The reason you feel broke isn't because you don't make enough money. For most people, it's because the entire economic system is designed to extract as much money from you as possible. Every single purchase you make has been engineered, tested, and optimized to happen. The colors in stores, the music playing in the background, the layout of websites, the wording in ads, the timing of sales, the design of products, everything is intentional. You're not fighting against your own lack of discipline. You're fighting against billion-dollar corporations with teams of psychologists, designers, and marketers whose entire job is to make you buy things. And they're really, really good at their job. But here's the empowering part. Once you see the system, once you understand how it works, you can't unsee it. You start to notice the manipulation everywhere. That ad that pops up right after you talked about something with your friend, that's not a coincidence. That limited time offer that keeps coming back every month, not actually limited. That influencer raving about a product, they got paid to say that. Understanding this doesn't mean you have to stop buying things. It doesn't mean you have to live like a monk and never enjoy anything. It just means you make conscious choices instead of being manipulated into choices. You buy things because you actually want them, not because a company made you feel like you need them. Look, the game is rigged, but now you know the rules. Companies will keep trying to make you feel like you're not enough, like you need more, like happiness is just one purchase away. That's their job. But your job is to see through it, to recognize when you're being sold a feeling instead of a product, to understand that the reason you feel broke isn't a personal failure, it's a system working exactly as intended. The wealthiest people in the world didn't get rich by spending money on things that lose value. They got rich by understanding this game and refusing to play it. They buy assets, not liabilities. They invest in things that grow, not things that depreciate the second they leave the store. And most importantly, they don't let companies tell them what they need. You have more power than you think. Every time you choose not to buy something, you're keeping your money. Every time you question whether you really need something, you're breaking the cycle. Every time you wait 24 hours before making a purchase, you're giving yourself a chance to think clearly instead of emotionally. Small changes add up, and over time, those small changes can completely transform your financial life. The illusion of wealth is just that, an illusion. Real wealth isn't about looking rich. It's about having options, having freedom, having money in the bank instead of stuff in your closet. And the first step to getting there is understanding how the game works. Now you do. If this opened your eyes, hit subscribe for more videos like this.